Hello student, welcome once again to my YouTube channel Amazing Chemistry Classes. So today I have come up with a new topic of your organic chemistry, that is your haloalkanes. So let's start with the video. Actually yesterday I uploaded videos of surface chemistry part 1. Rest of the videos for surface chemistry I will upload by tomorrow. बच्चों अभी एक्चुअली मेरे जो स्टूडेंट्स कुछ आते हैं ट्यूशन्स के लिए सो ऑन डे टू डे बेसिस सो एक्चुअली आई हैव बीन डिस्कसिंग ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री विद देम, तो मुझे लगा कि मैं ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में भी जितना मैंने उनको पढ़ाया है वो मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर कर देता हूँ एक बार. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई टुडे आई एम अपलोडिंग दिस वीडियो, एंड मोस्ट प्रोबेबली बाय टुडे इवनिंग और बाय टुमारो मॉर्निंग आई विल अपलोड रेस्ट ऑफ द वीडियोस ऑफ सरफेस केमिस्ट्री ऑल्सो. तो अभी के लिए ये स्टार्ट करते हैं ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री का हेलो एल्केन्स. First, starting with the classification, as we know, haloalkanes, they are represented by the formula that is CnH2n plus 1, and X is your halogen group. X represent the halogen group. Further classified as a primary, secondary और tertiary halides. Okay, तो ये मैं आपको बाद में बताता हूँ कि primary, secondary और tertiary को हम किस तरह से categorize करते हैं. Moving on to the next one, that is your allylic halides. Very important again. Halogen atom is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon. Here you guys can see that is CH2X. So CH2 is your sp3 hybridized. Okay, so the halogen group is attached with the carbon atom which is having sp3 hybridized next to the carbon carbon double bond. So you guys can see here there's a CC double bond, and next to that carbon which is a sp3 hybridized, so halogen group is attached to that sp3 hybridized carbon. Moving on to the next one, that is your benzylic halide. The halogen atom is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon atom next to your aromatic carbon. So here you can see that is your benzene ring, so it is CH2X. So the CH2 is your benzylic carbon and halogen group is attached to it. So that is why it is known as benzylic halide. Alright, now moving on to the next slide. Classification, that is your vinylic halides. Most of the time बच्चे क्या होता है ना, you guys most of the students get confused between vinylic and allylic, so you guys need to be very careful while doing the classification between vinylic and allylic. In vinylic you can see this is the example, CH2 double bond CH is your vinyl group and the halogen group attached to the CH group. This is the difference. In allylic the halogen group is attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon. However, here it is the carbon atom is already, there is a double bond over here. So the halogen atom is bonded to the sp2 hybridized carbon of a carbon-carbon double bond. Alright, moving on to the next one, let's discuss about the aryl halides. Aryl itself says it is an aromatic compound. So the halogen group is attached to the aromatic ring. This is your like any halogen you can take chloro, bromo, fluoro, and to this benzene ring it is attached, so like chlorobenzene, bromobenzene. Next one is your toluene, and on the para position there is a halogen group. Okay, so these are the example which I have mentioned in this slide. Next one is your haloalkane physical states. So as far as physical properties of haloalkanes are concerned, they are colorless at room temperature. Bromides and iodides develop color when exposed to light, they catch color. Example like methyl chloride, methyl bromide, methyl fluoride. Methyl halide, ethyl halides are gases at room temperature. Other alkyl halides up to carbon 18 are colorless and liquids. Those beyond C18 are colorless solids. Okay, so up to C18 most of the carbon halogen compounds are liquids in nature. Next one is we discuss about the solubility. So as far as solubility of haloalkanes are concerned, they are only slightly soluble in water. Alright, and most of the haloalkanes are soluble in organic solvent. If we talk about organic solvent like carbon tetrachloride, benzene, toluene, ethyl acetate, chloroform, these are all organic solvents. Now let's talk about density. So if we talk about the density, तो density के बारे में हम क्या पढ़ते हैं, that alkyl chlorides and fluorides have density lower than your water. तो ये हल्के होते हैं. So if you mix two liquids, one is water and second is any alkyl halide, so because its density is low, water comes on the lower side and the liquid which is your alkyl halide, it will come upside. Okay, or alkyl bromides and iodides are heavier than water, they are having the higher density. Let me tell you, the density of water is 1. So the alkyl bromide and iodides must be having the density more than 1. Now in terms of their relative densities, follow the order, that is R iodo, R bromo, R Cl. Here R is your alkyl group, it represents the alkyl group. Reason, as the atomic masses decreases, density decreases. Now moving on to the next property, that is your boiling points. So boiling point of chloride, bromide, iodides are considerably higher than those of your hydrocarbons of comparable molecular masses. Okay, so they are having the higher boiling point with respect to your hydrocarbons of comparable molecular masses. For the same alkyl group, the boiling point of alkyl halide decreases in this order. So this is the order which you have to remember, that is fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo. So the R, that is alkyl iodo and alkyl bromides, they are having the higher boiling point than your alkyl chloride and alkyl fluorides, because with increase in size, mass of the halogen atom, the magnitude of van der Waals forces of attraction increases. As there is an increase in the van der Waals forces, so their boiling point also get increased. Moving on to the next point, that is for isomeric alkyl halide, the boiling point decreases with branching. If there is a branching, then automatically the boiling point get decreased. The boiling point decreases with the increase in the branching. Okay, very important portion now, that is the preparation of haloalkanes. So you guys have to write down all the reactions of organic chemistry. I've been telling you in all my videos that chemistry subject is actually very easy. The only thing is your concept has to be clear, and there are few reactions which you have to learn by your heart. The more you practice, the more confidence you develop in chemistry. So let's discuss about the preparation methods from alkanes, from alcohols, from alkenes, and by halogen exchange. First is your preparation from alkane, that is by reaction with chlorine, bromine in the presence of UV light at a higher temperature. So the mechanism I will discuss later on, through free radical substitution. And the second one is that through iodination, fluorination, it cannot be brought about in the same manner. So iodination of alkanes is usually not carried out, since the reaction is highly endothermic and reversible. So the fluorination of alkane is explosive in nature. Remember that fluorination of alkane is highly explosive and it is highly exothermic reaction. Now let's discuss about the preparation from alkene. As we all know, alkene is are those hydrocarbon which contain double bond. So what happen when you add HCl or HBr, it will add through Markovnikov or through anti-Markovnikov. So as per the Markovnikov rule, the halogen group will go to that carbon atom which is having less number of hydrogen atoms. So as per Markovnikov rule, what is written over here, let me read out for you. The rule states that the negative part of the addendum gets attached to that carbon atom which possesses lesser number of hydrogen atom. Okay, जो मैंने आपको बताया, it will go to that carbon atom which is having less, and the opposite of it is known as anti-Markovnikov और खराश इफेक्ट और peroxide. So बच्चों, ये आप लोगों को पॉइंट अच्छे से क्लियर रखना है, that whether you are calling it as anti-Markovnikov or खराश effect or peroxide effect, all these three are same. They are having the same meaning, in which the what is written that in the presence of peroxide, the addition of HBr to unsymmetrical alkene take place contrary to the Markovnikov, that is opposite. So the halogen group will go to that carbon atom which is having maximum number of hydrogen atom. And preparation from alkenes, it is done addition of bromine in carbon tetrachloride to alkene from vicinal dibromide, and reddish brown color of bromine is discharged. So this test is used as an identification for the presence of double bond. Now preparation from alcohols, by treating with halogen acids we can prepare haloalkanes. So what happened, the hydroxy group, OH group, get replaced by the halogen group. And next is in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride also, or sulfuric acid. Moving on to the next one, that is halogen exchange method. Again a very good method. In this, what happened, for preparing alkyl halide iodide, the Finkelstein reaction, name reaction here it is given. The alkyl bromide or chloride is heated with a concentrated solution of sodium iodide in dry acetone. So by this we can prepare halogen. And next one is Swartz reaction, again very important name reaction in haloalkanes, that by heating alkyl chlorides or bromides with metal fluorides. In this, very important point to remember, that in Swartz we are using metal fluorides like silver fluoride, mercury fluoride, cobalt fluoride, antimony fluoride. Okay, now let's discuss about the nature of the C and X bond. बच्चों आई होप आई एम गोइंग विद द राइट पेस बिकॉज इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा डिटेल का है नहीं. दीज आर ऑल ओनली नेम रिएक्शन विच यू कैन रेफर थ्रू योर NCERT ऑल्सो. So these are the reactions through which you can prepare the haloalkanes. Now let's discuss about the nature of the carbon and halogen bond. So CX here, X represent the halogen. So C and halogen bond is covalent in nature. So there is a sharing of electron with some polar character due to the difference in electronegativities of carbon and the halogen. Because as we all know that carbon and halogens are generally electronegative atoms. So they are having lone pair of electron. They are looking for an electron. So there will always be a sharing of electron. And halogen atom is more polar than your carbon. And carbon atom becomes partially positive because electron will be attracted towards halogen, so there will be a partial positive charge develop over the carbon atom, and the halogen atom become partially negative. Okay, thus carbon atom is a good target for attack by a nucleophile. So what happens, there is a positive charge, any nucleophile which is having negative charge like hydroxy group or any halogen group, it will directly attack to the carbon atom. Therefore nucleophilic substitution reaction are the most common reactions of the alkyl halides. Very important point बच्चों, very important point, that in this nucleophilic substitution reactions are most common because what happen, the halogen group, there will be a partial negative charge get generated, and on the carbon atom there will be partial positive charge get generated. So what happen, it is very easy for a nucleophile to attack on the partial positive carbon. So here I have written rest of the video, rest of the topics of haloalkanes I will discuss in the next video. So thank you so much. And from this slide I am just winding it up. Here it is written that the reaction of haloalkanes, three type of reactions given by your haloalkanes, that is your nucleophilic substitution, elimination reaction, and reactions with metal. So in detail I will discuss in my further slides. So till then, thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys like my videos, do share and subscribe my channel, and I've been doing very hard work for you guys, so please see my videos completely.